Hello everybody and welcome to Page Thoughts On, where I react to or review TV shows, cartoons and movies. My name is Paige or Plummy, whichever you prefer to call me, and in this video I'm gonna be continuing my reactions to the Transformers Armada series with episodes 11, Ruin and 12, Prehistory. But before we get into the reaction, there are a few things I just want to address. You might be confused a little if you're just getting into this channel with the fact that I'm saying continuing my reactions. Yes, I used to react to this series on a different channel, which pretty much hosted all the type of all the different videos that I am doing on it. But because it wasn't getting enough views, and I feel like the fact that I had so many different types of content on it was restricting it, I decided to separate it into different channels, and this is the new channel on which I'm going to be reacting to and reviewing this series or other cartoons or movies or TV shows, like anything like that is gonna go to this channel. You can check out my older reaction series, which is still on the old channel. I'm not gonna be re-uploading it to this one. You can find the videos in the playlist for this channel, or just check out in the description of the video and go to my K-pop channel, which used to be my original channel. You can find the videos over there too, but I think it's gonna be easier to just go to the playlist. And yeah, I guess without further ado, let's continuing my reaction with episode 11, Ruin, in 3, 2, 1.
Then there's the Decepticons, a bunch of greedy bullies. They're all fighting over a smaller race.
They're not bullies, they're monsters, they're evil guys. Stop calling them bullies.
And they're scattered all over the planet. The
Bullies
Decepticons want to
is
enslave them and
selling
use them
them
to
way
increase
too
their
short.
power. But the Autobots will put a stop to that evil plan.
I'm pretty sure I haven't watched these two episodes.
Oh man, this is totally driving me nuts! Okay, in here. Is she there?
Yeah. See?
Ah, she's back.
Please listen. We desperately need
What?
your help immediately.
Who the hell is
Where
that?
do you think the signal's coming
No
from?
clue, but that girl's obviously in some kind of trouble.
That's what I've been
How is
trying
this
to
girl
tell
sending
everyone.
signal to
We gotta
them?
hurry up and find her.
Sequence initiated.
Here we go again. I love this
All
part.
systems go for ignition. Launch in 3.
And now we have 4 Autobots to transport like this. There's Optimus.
We have
And there's Hotshot. And there's Red Alert. And there's Smokescreen. I love it. I just love that warping. Are they going underwater? I gotta say though, I love the huge variety of environments that we've been getting in these episodes. Like, pretty much every mini-con has been in a completely different environment. There was the Grand Canyon, the Antarctic, a wooden forest, which was called jungle for some reason, the desert, the city, and now in the middle of the ocean. That's cool. And now what? Now that you have the kids with you, what if you have to transform? Where are the kids gonna go?
Oh, I don't believe it. This is totally freaky.
The Atlantis?
It looks like the ruins of some lost civilization. Like Atlantis
How
or
convenient.
something.
Of course, of course. Boy.
Whoa! I wonder who built all this.
So original to use real-life folklore into your cartoon. I mean, in a certain way I find it pretty lazy cartoons trying to explain mythological things like Atlantis in universe. Like, for example, TMNT explained it as civilization of other creatures from the planet of Earth. And this, I guess, is also gonna explain it in a certain way.
What do we do, sir?
Hotshot and Starscream. I can wait for their kind of I mean, I don't remember whether they had a feud or anything like that, but I think so.
Hang on, Ted.
This is why you don't take the kids with you. It's fucking dangerous.
Oh no, we're
Uh-oh.
And how are we supposed to plug that giant leak?
We're drowned rats.
Well, maybe you shouldn't come with the Transformers. I wonder how long it's gonna take them for them to realize that. Smokescreen and Megatron again.
Remind me to destroy you later.
I didn't think that they kind of had...
See an airport.
I mean, this is not a feud, but... It's interesting how they're being kind of paired up. They've had several moments where they meet each other.
And while I look after the Decepticons,
Consider it done.
Oh my god, every time I see the Transformers, I just want toys. I just want toys to be able to play with. I don't know. I've never had this kind of urge. Certainly never since I was a kid. I just love edgy, angular designs, and this is like perfect for me. I wish I had toys.
Why are the air so fresh?
I would
It's like a
fucking love
rainforest
that.
down here.
What the hell? Where the fuck did you all come from?
What's up?
Why can't they see them?
Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Said she in a creepy voice. Why is there nobody seeing them? What? They're not real. And again, as I mentioned in some of the last episodes, I like that.
Yeah.
In a certain way, I like that the plot is managing to include the human characters into the plot.
Boys.
What is she
Yeah.
talking about?
Did he look at the camera? What do you mean what she's talking about?
They
I've
call me
experienced that
Carlos.
when I was little. Before I realized I was
What's
trans.
your name? Huh? What the?
She's not real, Carlos.
The only thing I used to think is about girls.
I come from a great civilization that was lost centuries ago. Yes, Minicons, as you call them, were the instigators of a great war that devastated
The
all
sword!
my people.
Huh?
One of them must be the Minicon we detected on the Autobots' radar. When the Minicons joined together, they became a formidable sword of fire. A weapon that had no equal. I get it now. The only way those Minicons could power up is when they combine.
Okay, how did the
Eventually,
Minicons look
my
like
people found a way to
planes?
harness
Like
the
genuine
Minicon's
Earth-like
energy
planes
and
back
control
then?
it. Why can't people ever learn that trying to gain power over everything always ends in their own destruction?
I know, right?
We
Look
thought
at the
sword would
authoritarian
protect
rise in the
us,
world in the
but
last
over
few
time,
fucking
we
years.
became the enemy of the entire
It's making me
planet.
fucking
Our
depressing.
cities were destroyed and
Hey,
our
did they
people,
show the
but
shield?
we did not survive our enemy's wrath.
Man, that's harsh.
It became clear that this was a war we could not win, and we were resigned to our fate. In the end, our cities were destroyed.
Evolution! Transformation!
What the? How many different types of transformation you have?
Screen. Be careful.
Don't worry, Optimus. I'll
There's
take care of
transform
you
and combine with the Minicons, and now evolution? Well, that's certainly different.
Eventually, we preserved our images as holograms in order to warn future civilizations not to disturb these Minicons.
How did you do
For
that?
fear that if they ever reunited, they too would be doomed to the same fate as ours.
How could you possibly preserve yourself into holograms? That doesn't even begin to make sense.
What in the world is going on out there?
A big
Forget that.
kaiju battle
Find
between
those
robots.
Minicons.
What do you
Come on,
think,
you guys,
Alexis?
Didn't you hear it?
Here comes Perceptor.
Oh, so you pathetic little runts think you can gang up on me, do you?
Wow, Perceptor. You're so strong.
Stand down!
Oh no, we're surrounded.
Megatron, our work here is done. Retreat!
Got the minicon. God damn
I'd
it.
love to stick around and chit-chat, Autobots, but it looks like this party is about to crash!
Come on, we've got to get out of here.
Transform! Get in, kids!
Hey, Carlos! Now what?
See you around, kid.
Why is it rising? Oh, it's falling further. That's kind of cool. Okay, so this was episode 11, Ruin. I'd say it was moderately interesting. I wouldn't call it filler mainly because it featured one of the minicons of the sword, which can't wait to actually get to. Like, I can't wait for them to make the sword and start using it, because that's some of my favorite storylines from this series. But other than that, I guess it was fine. Like, it made me a little bit emotional, and the scene of the whole thing sinking further into the ground, I feel like it was very emotional and dramatic. I really like that. That's probably my favorite moment. But other than that, it's kind of like there's not much more to it than that. I find these episodes kind of simplistic. In a certain way, I find them more nostalgic compared to my TMNT reactions, but TMNT was definitely more complex. Like, it was definitely much more complex written and everything. But still, I feel like that one fluctuated in quality more compared to this. But yeah, I still enjoyed it, this episode. But yeah, I don't really have much to talk about this. I like the little moment in which Smokescreen kind of tries to stand up to Megatron, and then Optimus saves him. And then when Megatron jumps down, Smokescreen stays behind for a second. I can't wait to see more scenes with them facing off each other. So yeah, I guess let's get into episode 12 now. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that's the sad theme, usually reserved for sad episodes. I wonder what are we gonna learn in this episode.
I knew it. So that's what happened to the ancient city of Atlantis.
What? You're literally just looking at colors.
Control the power of the minicons, and it destroyed their civilization.
Why won't this minicon wake up? I've been waiting for it to scan my image, but it hasn't done a blasted thing.
Didn't you say in the last episode that you knew that this is one of those minicons that it was waiting for other minicons? What the fuck?
What are the minicons doing here anyway? It's just like the girl said, nothing good could come from a war with the Decepticons.
What's with you, Red? Is something on your mind?
I love that what happened last episode genuinely actually carries over to this episode. I know I joked that they were going to forget, literally in the next episode, that the last episode actually happened, but I guess they didn't.
Aren't they? So there has to be some way all of you can get along without.
But that's when the Autobots sprang into action and decided to put an end
Me and the
to
boys.
plans.
Stopping the taking over of a
We
planet.
realized the only way we could end their reign of terror was to face them in combat at every turn.
Is that a baby Starscream?
Battles became more and more fierce, and finally intensified to the point where the planet was divided in two. Then there was a cataclysmic upheaval. That was when the new type of Transformers known as Minicons made their first appearance.
How do they not know how the minicons were created? I mean, I know personally because I have seen it already. I've seen the finale of the series.
Power linked their forces with us, and so we combined our powers and went into battle together.
But why do they themselves don't know that?
But the Minicons soon realized that they were the cause of the war. They made the decision to leave Cybertron and seek a safer existence somewhere else in the universe. We gave them our full support. The Minicons were put on one ship to make their journey in. Most went into hibernation, while a skeleton crew was left in charge to pilot the ship.
Damn, this is actually a really cool space battle. And they use the same warp
Ship
drive.
made it past the Decepticons, and it was able to make a clean break into the cosmos.
Did it coincidentally wake up now? I thought them finding them wakes them up. But yeah, we later on find out that it wasn't a coincidence. But I still don't get how exactly that works.
You didn't know it at the time, but you activated a beacon signal inside that Minicon.
That caused everybody to come back to Earth. Autobots and Decepticons.
The Decepticons.
Wait, they said 4 million years ago that that's when the Minicons crashed on Earth.
Thrust.
Have the Autobots and Decepticons fought for 4 million years?
We're going to make that warp gate.
Move out, Autobots.
Also, was that
We'll call on
Jetfire?
any one of you for help, so stand by.
Yes, sir.
Or were they traveling for 4 million years? Okay, I guess so that's how they teleported, but my question is, did they fight for 4 million years until they found out about the Minicons, or did they travel for 4 million years to the warp drive? Or whatever the Autobots just used.
Hey, Optimus, isn't there any way to avoid getting the Minicons involved in this battle?
We consider the Minicons our friends too, Rad. We'll do everything we can to keep them safe and out of harm's way. But the only way we can stop the Decepticons from abusing the Minicons' power is to use them ourselves. It's the only strategy that will work.
But isn't that the reason the Minicons fled your planet? Optimus!
There's no time to lose. Go take cover!
Maybe stop taking the kids with you.
No way, they're gonna ambush us. And they're not getting the Minicon either.
They're gonna make the volcano erupt, aren't they?
The Decepticons aren't giving up. I bet they don't know the location of the Minicon.
I hope so.
Hey, why don't we go find it? Come on, guys. This is our chance to help out.
Nuh-uh.
Are you scared?
Of course not. Let's use Laserbeak.
Power link!
Where are you going?
The high wire.
Sure shot?
Grindor?
Spark plug.
They want to help.
Long arm and jolt.
Hey, what are they trying to do out there?
They're fighting back, Rad.
So now it's called Power Link, okay.
Nice. You will not escape my wrath.
Did you stop saying that?
What are you doing? Don't let them get away. Ah.
Uh-oh.
The volcano!
Oh no!
What happened to the Minicon then? Oh, it's floating.
The Minicon!
I don't see how exactly he gonna dig a trench when his thing is a hook, not a digger. I guess that works. That's some fast-flowing lava.
Thanks, Hotshot.
I sure hope Optimus is safe.
Look, do you see that?
The minicon.
The Minicon!
It's Optimus. I recognize that attack.
Off! Not this time, Megatron. Now get off this island.
It's Optimus!
He made it back and he's okay.
Optimus, how did you do it?
Luckily, I fell into a chasm, and the lava passed right over me. I had to dig my way out, but I'm all right. Where's the minicon?
Hurry up, Cyclonus! Would you... Hey! Watch where you're aiming those things!
Oh, they're aiming it exactly where they mean to.
Knock that out! Take this!
Shusha!
Grindor!
High wire! Look out! Quick, take cover! Hey, they're gonna stay and fight.
There goes the minicon! Cyclonus failed me again. That figures. Retreat! I was robbed!
Is this another
He
one
says
of those?
it's okay.
Well, then how come it doesn't wake up?
Grinder's not sure.
Think it might be broken?
Or maybe it's part from the sword. At this point, you should already be able to guess that. Or maybe it's even part of the shield. I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the minicons are.
Okay. So, this was episode 12. Honestly, in a certain sense, I feel like this should have been more enjoyable. Like, I definitely enjoyed the backstory part of the episode in which we saw what happened back at Cybertron and we learned a bit more information and foreshadowing for what I think it was Jetfire. I'm not sure if it was him, because he didn't pay attention, but the rest of the episode in which they got the minicon wasn't necessarily that interesting. I didn't find it that interesting. There was no really cool scenes or fighting or anything like that. So only the first part was enjoyable, and it was kind of lacking any dramatic or really cool epic moment like the one from the last episode in which the whole Atlantis city sunk into the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, these early episodes are not the best, I gotta say. I'm hoping that we're actually gonna get to some really cool episodes. Can't wait to do that. But yeah, I don't really even have much to say about these early episodes. Like, this was, I guess, more plot related, but it was more of a backstory than anything else. So yeah, it was enjoyable. And for the last episode, I'm gonna give it a 7.6 out of 10. While for this one, no, actually for the last episode, I'm gonna give it a 7.8 out of 10. For this one, I'm gonna give it a 7.6 out of 10, because the last one was a bit more enjoyable because of the backstory and the thing with the, like, we learned a bit more about the sword and its power, not much, but a little. And this one was first half backstory, the second half kind of filler-ish, I guess. But yeah, it was still enjoyable, just not as much. And I just want to mention, for those curious, once I'm done with Transformers Armada, the next cartoon that I'm going to be reacting to is going to be Full Metal Alchemist, but it's going to be the original series from 2003, because that's the one I watched when I was a kid, and I don't really care about the more modern version. I know it's a more closer to the manga remake or whatever, but I want the original series. That one was really cool to me, and I really want to check it out again, because I haven't watched it in a decade, more than a decade. Probably in 15 years. I think the last time I watched it was like 2008 maybe. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, or to my other channels where I post different types of content, like my gaming channel, my Yu-Gi-Oh! /anime channel, or my K-pop channel. You can check all of those out, the link is in the description. And you can also check out my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do end up enjoying my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel going. It helps support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. Additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are gonna go towards my transition fund, because if you're new to the channel or just haven't realized it by this point, I'm actually transgender, but haven't been able to transition because I live in a very homophobic country and because I can't afford it. So if you could help me out with those two things by donating, that would be greatly appreciated. And there are some rewards over on Patreon and Subscribestar. Like, pretty much the big one is the fact that you get access to my Discord server where you can chat with me and do a bunch of shit and everything. So if you're interested, check it out. But I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, so if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!
Come on and get your